Welcome back, guys. This is Ashwin here. In this video we are going to solve the problem Red Knight's shortest path. In ordinary chess, the pieces are of only two colors, black and white. In our version of chess, we are including new pieces with unique movements. One of the most powerful pieces in this version is the Red Knight. The Red Knight can move to 6 different positions based on its current position, that is upper left, upper right, right, lower left, left, as shown in the figure below. So these are all possible direction of the knight can go. The board is a grid of size n cross n. Each cell is identified with a pair of coordinates I, j, where I is the row number and j is the column number. Both are 0 indexed. 0 and 0 is the upper left corner, and n-1 is the bottom right corner. Complete the function print shortest path, which takes as input the grid size n and the coordinates of the starting and the end position, that is ij, respectively, as input. The function does not return anything. Given the coordinates of the starting position of the red knight and the coordinates of the destination, print the minimum number of moves that the red knight has to make in order to reach the destination, and after that print the order of the moves that must be followed to reach the destination in the shortest way. If the destination cannot be reached, print only the word impossible. Note, there may be multiple shortest paths leading to the destination, hence assume that the red knight consider its possible neighbor location in the following order of priority, that is upper left, upper right, and so on. In other words, if there are multiple possible options, means the red knight prioritizes the first move in this list as long as the shortest path is still achievable. Check sample input 2 for an illustration. So before that, let's check the constraints. So here the constraint can go up to 5 to 200, so that is reasonable. So here we are going to solve the problem using breadth first search. So this problem is almost similar to knight L on the chessboard. I'm going to code the same exact syntax similar to that. Just I'm going to modify few things for this particular problem. So here we have the sample input, that is 7 cross 7 chessboard. This is the starting location and this is the destination location, and the minimum path is so the minimum number of moves is 4, and the path is here ul, L. So here, from here we are going to traverse here, and going to the left we have reached the destination. Like this we have to print the path, and in the sample input here we can't able to reach the destination, so we have to print impossible. And in sample input 2 we have two possible cases, so we can able to go to lower left and lower right. So I am going to go with lower right and lower left. So this possible path is the highest priority, so we have to move the knight in this priority ul, ur, r, lr, ll. So I think the overall objective of this problem is pretty much clear. Let's dive into the solution. So on the way I will explain how it works. So first I am going to call the function BFS. So we have to print the distance along with sequence of moves. So we just have to directly print. So we don't have to return anything. So BFS of, I will just copy and paste this start coordinates and end coordinates, and lastly we have the length of the matrix, that is the chessboard. Now here we will define the function BFS. So def BFS, starting position will be a comma b, ending position will be x comma y, and n. Now in the BFS we have to define the Q. So for that I already imported this DQ model, so we can able to use that here. So Q equals, just leave some space. Now Q equals DQ of a list, and inside the list I am going to have a tuple with the coordinates. Starting coordinate is a and b. Initially the number of moves is 0, and a list. A list means it contains the path of the source to the destination. So if you consider knight L on the chessboard, means it will have only these three things, but here we are just going to add this additional path. And after that we have to make a variable for visited. So visited equals again a dictionary. Inside the dictionary I will be having a tuple with the coordinates a and b, and have some value. We can able to check this dictionary to check whether we have visited the path or not. Now for the main condition, so while q, I will say I comma j comma count comma path equals q dot pop left. I'm just going to pop from the front of the queue, and after that I will say possible pairs that we can able to go. We have to call the function check pairs to get all the possible pairs from the coordinates I and j. So I will mention it here, I comma j comma n, and after this we will do some processing. Before that we will define this possible pairs above this function. So I will say def check pairs I comma j comma n. Now here I have to mention the possible pairs. So possible pairs equals a list and a tuple. So we have to mention all possible paths. So here you can able to see, right, -2 -1. So like that I have to mention it here. So I -2 j -1, that will be ul upper left. So this is one coordinate. Similarly we have to define it for all the 6 coordinates. So the second one will be I -2. Okay, here also this is I -2. I -2 comma j plus 1, and this will be upper right, and next. Now here I will say I and j plus 2. So this will be right. So I'm just going in an order because we have some priority, right? This ul, ur, r, and next lr. What is the coordinate for lr? That is I plus 2 and j plus 1. That will be lr. And after that we have ll. ll is I plus 2, j minus 1, ll. And here I comma j minus 2 and l. So these are all the possible paths, and we are having this priority, so that's why I just placed in an order. And after this we will iterate the loop. Before that I will say moves equals a dictionary, and for x in possible pairs, we have to check whether it is in the range or not. So if 0 less than or equal to x of 0 less than n, and 0 less than or equal to x of 1 less than n, then moves of x equals 1. So it will add all the moves in the dictionary, and after that we will return the moves, So this complete the check pairs. So it will get you all the possible moves from the current position I and j. So that is done. And in the BFS we are going to traverse the possible pairs. So I will say for pair in pos pairs. Now here we have to extract the coordinates and the path. So we have 4 things, right? So here we have 3 things, right? Coordinates and the path. I will say coord equals pair of 0 and a pair of 1. Here new path equals path plus, and again a list with pair of 2. I'm just adding this to a new variable with the existing path. If it has some existing path, means I will just add this to the new path. And now we will check for the base condition. If coord equals x comma y, that is the destination, we will print count plus 1, and again we will print the path, that is the new path, new underscore path, and after that we can able to return the function to stop the program. So this is the base condition, you already seen it before. And in the second condition we have to traverse to the queue, right? So for that, if coord not in visited, if it's not visited means I will add that to the visited of coord equals 1, and I will just add it to the queue dot append, again a tuple coord of 0 and coord of 1, count plus 1. We are making a move, right? That's why I am just incrementing the count by 1, and we also add the new path. So that is done. After exploring all the indices, if the queue is empty means we have to print impossible. So print impossible, because we can't able to reach the solution, that's why we are just printing impossible. If you consider the previous problem, we will be returning -1. If you consider the whole logic means it is almost similar to the knight L on the chessboard. So I'm just changing a few things like a minor tweaks for this particular problem. Apart from that, everything is similar. Let's run the code to check whether it is working fine or not. Yes, it is working fine and it is displaying the count and the path. Let's recap it quickly. So I'm just calling the BFS function with the start and end coordinates with the size of the chessboard, and inside that I'm just creating a queue with the starting index and make a separate variable for visited, and in the queue I'm just popping the front element of the queue with the coordinates and the path. So using the coordinates, I'm just checking for all the possible pairs using this function and getting all the possible moves with the priority that is listed here. And as usual, we will be iterating each pair and checking the coordinates. If the coordinates is equal to the destination means we will print the count and the path of this whole, and also we will be printing the path from the source to the destination. If it's not equal to the destination means we have to traverse to the next iteration. For that we will be checking whether the coordinate is in the visited dictionary. If it is not means I will just add the coordinates to the dictionary and append all the values to the queue. So this is the coordinates, this is the number of moves, and this is the new path. So here I'm just extending the new path. So this path will have the existing or the previous path. I'm just adding a new path. That's why I'm just doing it in a separate variable. And that's it, guys. This is the whole logic of this problem. If you have any other logic other than this means please leave a comment below. It will be very helpful for the community. Let's submit the code now. That's it guys, we have solved the problem. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel and share this video to your friends if it is helpful. See you guys in the next video.